Hello, Sagittarius. Thanks for watching. Um, so, to start your reading here, during the pre shuffle, I got an image of a horizon, specifically the Earth's horizon from space. So, on the horizon, that immediately reminded me of the ascendant. So, you may have a Sagittarius ascendant. Um, then the Emperor came out, which signifies the first house associated with the ascendant, so Aries. So you may have an Aries ascendant. You may also have Jupiter in your first house, or you have transit, um, like Jupiter transiting your ascendant right now. So that's kind of what I'm getting overall. I did also get a sense of well, I felt tense. So you might be tensing up. Something might be on the horizon coming at you, and you're kind of in anticipation, waiting for this to happen. Um, I'm not sure on that just yet, but let's see what we get here. Mm, wow. Okay. So definitely getting some unresolved feelings here already. Um, we're starting off here with the Eight of Aqua in reverse. So I'm really getting that you don't want to move on from this. You're kind of not necessarily afraid, but you're anxious. I'm really getting some anxiety here. Like it could be unconscious too. Like you might be putting something off and kind of avoiding it, pushing it off to the side, and that's kind of causing you to feel more anxious than you need to. Which is a common thing. A lot of us do that. So you could be putting something off, um, and I feel like you're also juggling a lot. So you might not even have the time to deal with this at this moment, um, for whatever reason. So this is causing unnecessary anxiety, pressure, and it has you kind of on edge right now. Unfortunately. Um, so here, whatever, I think you're already, I feel like you're already prepared mentally for whatever's coming, at least the best that you can be at this moment. It's just, taking that step to do it. So maybe you're saying, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. You already know what you have to do, you know the steps. You can even, maybe even you can do it in your sleep. Um, but it's just it takes energy that you really don't want to expend right now. And I get it. I get where what the feelings like. You could be dealing with other stuff too, but this is kind of showing up first and foremost. So if you have something like that right now, that's kind of in the back of your mind, just poking you, you know, just consistently poking you, telling you to get it done, to do something, then I would just get it out of the way because what I'm seeing here is that you don't want all of this unconscious stuff weighing you down in the back of your mind, um, confusing you. Sometimes if we're on edge and anxious, then we can sometimes make snap judgments or respond in a way that isn't quite natural. And what I mean by natural is, balanced from the perspective of all things considered. Um, so I'm really getting this slow but tense energy here, and I feel like you just want it to disappear and to go away. Um, but this really has to be done. I feel like this is important, even if you feel like it's not. It is okay. And I don't want to like admonish you or make how you feel seem invalid or wrong. But this is I feel like the reason I'm getting this is because this is a normal thing that humans experience. We all have anxieties. We all deal with them in our own way. Sometimes we have issues with energy, and I do kind of get that here. There's maybe a bit of sluggish movement, which is okay. That's fine. That happens to a lot of us here. We have this middle changing line here, and there's like exhaustion and like a dimness going on. Maybe you're spending some time in bed and really trying to rest. Make sure you're sleeping well. Okay. You might already know that, but again, I feel like you're almost there. I feel like if you this reminds me actually of a Japanese method of I can't remember what it's called, but there was a book that was published quite a few years ago about if you really time yourself for how long, let's say, it takes to do the laundry or to scrub the toilet, sweep the floor, feed yourself or take a shower. It's really not that long in the given span of time that we have. So in the moment when we initially start to do something, it feels like we're expanding or expending so much energy to the point where, we just want to stop and lay down and sit and not do anything right. Um, but keep pushing, keep going, and I see how you feel here. Um, Whatever this obviously isn't fun. This is really mundane. This is like, oh, I have to do this. You could be studying for something. It could be work you've taken home with you. Maybe you have to wash the car. Something simple. And on the surface, it appears simple, right? And that's the illusion of this is that there are these seeds that sit like deep within our mind, and all of these things pile up slowly and slowly and slowly, and if we don't tend to them, then it gets out of control. Okay, and then we're not our usual selves, um, and it becomes really hard to manage. Is the end result of this? And again, I don't want to pester you, but I want you to realize and understand that it's not just this that I think you'll feel this in your life, and I hope you take the time to reflect on this because this is with everything in our life, right? We all have these mundane parts of our lives that we have to tend to and to look at and spend time doing, brushing our teeth, all that. So if you find it hard to do this, make sure you're at least taking care of yourself, of course. So now I'm obviously not a mental health professional, so maybe that's something you could also try too if you feel like you need it. Only of course, what's best for you. So give yourself the patience and the time and the space to do it. I'm not telling you to get up right now and do your chores, like a kid talking to a teenager. That's not the goal. Um, but I want to just bring awareness to how you might be feeling right now. So take it slow. If do try one thing, try to complete one thing. One goal. Have one goal for the day. If it's a really hard for you to get things done right now, then give yourself one goal and start from there. And then if you feel like you can do more, keep going. Um, so this is I know it feels like a battle. Like it definitely feels like a battle, but at the same time, you don't want it to get out of hand. You want to tend the garden of your mind and your emotional well being, your physical well being. and the mundanity, the mundane things you have to do, right? This is my feminine scholar of Terra. So it's like a reworked page court with uh, gender energies, yin and yang, incorporated into them. So this is like the pre-empress level or archetype, right? Before she has that full cornucopia of stuff, she's tending her garden, she's doing what she needs to do. She knows she has to do, right? Um, she's really paying attention to those things because she knows later on it will benefit her. So think about the future and keep that in mind when you do these things, right? That's really what it's for. It's not for you in this moment, this very moment where you're fighting yourself. It's for the future you, right? That's ultimately what it is. So that might be on the horizon, right? You're at odds, you know the consequences of something, um, and you just have to do it. And I know that might not be what you want to hear right now, um, but but that's kind of what's coming through. I do have one advice card that I'll pull. It's for the middle line here, which is all yin energy, reversed cards. So that is a changing line in my spread. So what does Sag need to know right now? Okay, so Six of Pentacles. So this might be, kind of like a ask for help is kind of what I'm getting here. Ask for help if you feel like you're doing more than you have to and someone else needs to pick up the slack. Don't be afraid to ask. If they're there for you and they love you, or if this is a team effort, then make sure other people are pulling their weight, right? Don't don't burn yourself out for the sake of everyone else, um, or at the expense of yourself. Because that's it's not a team dynamic, you know. Um, but also too, if you feel like you need help with something that is your own, then ask for that help. That's what this is urging to do. It's in the upright, so yang, so action oriented kind of focus here, and Six of Pentacles or Terra. So this balance um, takes. There's two people here maintaining the balance of something um, for the sake of both of them. So that's your overall guidance um, and advice. So reach out if you need to. Don't be afraid. There's no shame in asking for help. We aren't all superheroes, right? That's inhuman, and unrealistic. So you're only human. You're only human, and it's okay to say that sometimes. Especially when you need it. So that's the end of this overall general reading. From this point, I'm going to talk about the spread itself and the trigram. So you can basically how you can take this reading further and make it more personal. So if this reading speaks to you, um, you can cast 3 more lines. So what I'm talking about is the I Ching. So these 3 lines are a trigram, specifically the lower trigram. So you can cast 3 more above to create a hexagram, and that will give you some general guidance even further and take it a little bit more in depth. So you can do that. So in terms of what this trigram is, so we have yang, yin, yin. So yang, yin, yin is that of thunder. Looks like this. So this is the lower trigram. So the first 3, initial 3 lines with the second line changing. So first line is yang, so that's this line. Second line is that one, and that one's changing there. So that's how you can take it further from this point. Now that is that. And then I also, for these videos, I generate cards based on keywords. So I generate 4 cards. Um, I'll let you know what 3 of those 4 cards are, or sorry, keywords are. The fourth I won't. So if any of the 3 speak to you, or don't speak to you, sorry. If any of the 3 don't speak to you, you can try the fourth one and maybe that one will. Okay, so you can pause the video, check the description for timestamps. All right, so now I'll show the cards. So the first one is cabana. Cabana. Second word is deal. Third word is hare. Hare. And the secret final word is prairie. Prairie. That's the secret. Okay, so that concludes this video, Sag. Hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, please. Really means a lot. If you liked any of the cards, I do have a Ko-Fi or a Coffee channel, as it's called, linked down in the description there, so you can download those if you like. Otherwise, if that's all, thanks for watching again, and we'll catch you next time. Bye now.